Hey peeps! So on my quest to live a more minimal lifestyle, to be more intentional with the things that I have, with the things that I get, I've been doing a lot of reading, and I came across this article the other day. I believe the title was 10 Things You Should Never Buy at the Store. And they were talking about stuff like bottled water, how that's a waste of money. But it really got me thinking about the things that I have made a conscious decision to stop buying. And I figured it would be really cool to share those with you guys and let you know like what the items are and my reasoning, and maybe that could help you out as well. I'm not sure. But yeah, I jotted down a list of 20 items that I bought in the past and I realized they really don't work for me, and moving forward I'm not going to be purchasing again, or things that I've never purchased that most people might but that I don't, and I'll tell you all about that. So the first thing I have vowed not to ever buy again is lotion. First of all, most lotions that I've tried, they go on, you know, nicely, but then after a while they make my skin feel dry, they make my skin look ashy, and I'm like, I just put lotion on, like why is this happening? And once I discovered a while back that coconut oil works great for my skin, I was like, that's it, I'm not gonna buy lotion again, I'm not gonna waste my time, I'm not gonna waste my money, I'm just gonna use coconut oil and that'll be that. So that has been my go-to, coconut oil. It's all natural, I know exactly what's in it, and it makes my skin glow, it makes my skin feel soft, and it just works great. So no more lotion for me. Another thing that I stopped buying maybe about a little over a year ago is soda. Now I don't drink soda personally much, but I would buy it for the house, and then I started to kind of feel bad because, I mean, I'm not totally against it sometimes, but I don't think that anyone should be drinking it on a daily basis or a regular basis, just because I feel like it's nothing but sugar, it's nothing but empty calories, it's not healthy at all. Like, I'll drink soda if I'm out somewhere, like maybe if I'm at a movie, or I don't know, if I'm at someone's house, they're barbecuing, they have sodas, I might drink a soda, but then afterwards I'm like, why did I even do that? I should have just had water. It just really doesn't agree with me. It makes me feel sluggish, it just makes me feel blah. And we all know how bad soda is for your health. I just don't want it readily available to my family, so I do not buy soda for the house anymore. And it promotes drinking more water, which is the healthiest thing you can drink. It saves money. That's always a plus. Another thing that I no longer buy is the latest cell phone. Back in my early days, when I was younger, I would try to keep up with all the latest models, have the newest cell phone, but for the past 5, 6, 7 years, something like that, I will use my phone literally until it dies. I've had this one, I think, about 2 years now, and I have no plans of getting rid of it. I won't be getting a new cell phone until this one completely just crashes and burns. My one before this, I had it for about 3 years, and I only got rid of it and upgraded to this one because it had water damage. So I needed another one. My phone was starting to like cut off and it just wasn't working. So I do not try to keep up with the Joneses on the latest technology, the latest gadgets. I use what works for me until it stops working for me, and then I'll get a new one. And that saves a ton of money as well. Baby toys. I do not buy baby toys. I learned my lesson with my first kid, and I was like, I have all these toys in my house and she really doesn't play with hardly any of them. Like, she'll have maybe 1 or 2 that are her favorites. The rest of them are just sitting, taking up space. And I was like, with the baby, I'm not buying toys. I'm not gonna have my house full of crap, because let me tell you, babies, they tend to gravitate towards stuff like pots and pans, bowls, cups. My son really likes a broom and dustpan. They can really entertain themselves with pretty much anything, the most random objects, and just buying a bunch of toys all willy-nilly, it just contributes to clutter. I can't deal with clutter. I would rather buy stuff that's educational, like books, flashcards, things like that. My son does have toys though, because his extended family will buy him things here and there, friends, stuff like that. But me personally, I don't spend any money on toys. All the toys that he has, someone else has bought it, not me. Cable TV. I do not have cable anymore. I used to have cable for a long time. I haven't had cable though in about 5 years, and I'm really not missing out on anything. I really feel like streaming services are the way to go if you are a TV watcher, but there are a lot of free things on just the internet, on YouTube that you can watch as well, so you really don't even have to have streaming services, honestly. But I have Amazon Prime and I have Netflix, that's it. But yeah, no cable. I pulled the plug on that years ago and I will never buy it again. Another thing I don't buy, tampons. I used to use tampons in the past, but then just something didn't sit right with, this is kind of TMI, but just letting blood pool inside my body. I didn't feel comfortable with that, and so I was like, I can do without. I just feel like it's a healthier thing to release what your body is trying to release. But that's just how I feel personally with my feminine health. But you know, everybody can do what works for them. My menstrual cycle, it's only 2, maybe 3 days tops. So it's not like I have to deal with a super long period, which is great. I have stopped buying souvenirs, things like shot glasses, things like t-shirts, things like hats. When you're somewhere and you're in some exotic location or you're on a dream trip, you want to just kind of buy everything to remember and to give to people. And it's just like in the moment you're caught up, you're like, yeah, I want to get this, get this, get that, and then you just bring all this crap home that is pretty much worthless. No one really wants it. So I just realized that spending money on souvenirs was a waste. I am more into taking pictures, putting those in my photo album, having those as memories. Another thing that might be a little out there, maybe, I don't know, I no longer buy bras. Especially underwire bras and strapless bras. To me, they just don't work at all. When I was doing my closet clean out, I did a video on it, but I didn't show when I went through like my personal items, bras and underwears and stuff. But I was going through and I was looking and I'm like, I really don't wear these bras. I really don't use them. Most times, if I'm being honest, I go braless, and that's, you know, a perk of being small chested. I don't have much up top. I can go braless. But if I'm wearing a top that requires a bra, I wear one of 2 choices. I have these bras I got from Target. I have one black one and one nude one. Really soft. They're like t-shirt bras. So I only use those 2 bras for stuff like that. If I'm wearing something like this off the shoulder top and I wanted a little bit of support, I will wear a bandeau top. I bought a pack of 3 of those from Amazon about over a year ago, and I wear those. So I literally have 2 bras and 3 bandeau tops in rotation, and those are the only things I need. If my Target ones, my soft cup t-shirt bras go under, then I'll replace them, but I'm not buying any other type of bras ever again. I also no longer buy wallets. Got a wallet as a present many years ago, and I used it for a while just because I felt obligated to, because it was a present, it was given to me, and I really didn't like carrying it around. It was clunky, bulky, it was just too much, and I realized I don't like wallets at all. So I got a little coin purse that is great to carry your cards in. Who really carries cash these days? But if I do, I'm usually carrying a purse, so I can just put it into a pocket of the purse, or if it's, you know, just a few dollars, I'll put it in that coin purse as well. Travel sized products are a no-go. I do not buy those. Sometimes you'll look at them and they're so cheap and you think you're getting a deal, but when you compare them to the regular size ones, you really aren't getting your money's worth. So what I do, if I need to take a product with me somewhere, if I'm traveling, I'll just hold on to like empty containers, makeup containers, hair product stuff, just small ones like this, and I'll fill it up with whatever I need. So I always have some empty containers that I can use for traveling. I also do not buy music. No CDs, no DVDs, no satellite radio. I had satellite radio in my car for a couple years, and when it came time to renew, I kind of wanted to because I felt like I was up to date on all the, you know, the current songs and stuff. But then I was looking at the price. It was a couple $100s for a year, and I was like, do I really want to pay that much just to listen to these same 10 songs every day? And I'm like, no. So that's been done for well over a year. As far as CDs and stuff, I like what I like and I already have it from years back. Anything current that I want to listen to, I'll just go on YouTube. I'll just go on the internet, type it in, and let it play. Dry clean only clothes. This is something I don't think I've ever bought, actually. I might have inadvertently gotten some items that the tags say dry clean only, but maybe that's been twice, but I have never myself gone to the cleaners and get anything dry clean. It's just too much hassle for me. Like, I got too much going on to be worried about dry cleaning my clothes. If I can't throw it into the wash machine and the dryer or hang it to dry, then I really just don't need it. Gym memberships. Oh my goodness, I got suckered into paying for a gym membership. You know how you make the New Year's resolutions? You're like, I'm gonna work out more, I'm gonna be more active. And I went to the gym and I signed up and I was like, this is going to prompt me to wanna work out. This is gonna prompt me to go to the gym and exercise because I've spent all this money on this year-long membership. And I went one time. That was it. And after that, I was like, never again. I'm not going to do this anymore. What I did was I got a treadmill for the house. Now that works so much better for me because I can work out whenever is good for me. And the cost of my treadmill was way less than the cost of a year-long gym membership. The next thing that I no longer buy is something that I mentioned before. I did a vlog video a couple years back and I told you guys that I do not buy Christmas presents anymore. I stopped buying presents. I stopped putting up a tree. It's been well over 5 years. I want to say 6 or 7 years is when I stopped. Now this might sound a little extreme to some people, but I just came to the point where I realized that Christmas time really stressed me out. I grew up waking up, getting presents, being happy and all that stuff. And so I thought that that was what I had to do when I became an adult, especially when I became a mother. Like, I gotta buy Christmas presents, I gotta put up this tree. And then some years back, I was like, my kid, I only had one kid when I made this choice. My kid has everything she needs, most of the things she wants, all year long. Why am I going out here braving the crowds, trying to figure out some crap to buy her just because this is what I have been brought up doing? Most of the stuff she probably won't even be using by the next year. It's just a waste of money, it's stressful, and I want to remove myself from this whole shebang. So I stopped buying Christmas presents for my oldest. I also stopped doing like family exchanges and stuff, and now it's like a weight has been lifted off my life. I don't dread the holiday season. I see people going absolutely crazy, burning themselves out, trying to scrape together money to buy presents, and I'm like, your kids are fed, they have a roof over their head. Why are you torturing yourself? And you'd be surprised at how adaptable kids are. My oldest, she took it like a champ. She had a little resistance the first year, but then after that, she was totally fine. My youngest, he's only 1, so he doesn't really know anything about holidays and stuff, but this is how he's being brought up, so it won't be an issue for him. I also say no to extended warranties. Things like for my car, things like for furniture, oh my goodness, when you go to the furniture store, they will try to suck you in. And I remember when I was buying my couches, my most recent couches, the salesperson was really laying it on thick. He was like, you need this warranty because if anything happens, we can replace it. If you don't get it, then this will happen, it'll be ruined. Really trying to sell it, and I was just standing there like, no, no. No. They just try to put those high pressure sales tactics on you. He even had to go and get his manager to sign off that I declined the warranty. Those extended warranties are where these companies make so much money. If they were going out and fixing everything that broke, or if they were going out and repairing everything that needed to be repaired on these warranties, they wouldn't be making money. But most people that buy these extended warranties, they either forget that they have them, so that's free money to the company, or they don't meet the criteria for getting their item replaced or repaired or whatever the case may be. So no extended warranties for me. I keep as much of my money as I can. I take care of my items. I treat them nicely, and that's enough. Single-use kitchen appliances are out for me. I'm talking about things like a panini press, a popcorn maker, and I mentioned a popcorn maker because you guys might have seen my air popper. I've shown it in so many of my videos. It recently broke and it was totally my fault. I left it on for way too long and the top part, it melted. And I'm not gonna lie, I really did love that thing. It's been with me for years. It served its purpose, but at the same time, my pantry, like where I keep my appliances, it just started to feel so cluttered. It was giving me anxiety and I'm like, I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. So when my popcorn maker hit the fritz, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna replace it. I'm just gonna make my popcorn on the stove. And I'm using something that I already have, which is a pot that I use for cooking, that I can use for my popcorn. It just helps clear up so much of the clutter. And that's what I like, stuff that I can use for like my tabletop grill. I can use that as a panini press. I can use that as a grill. I can use that to make so many different meals on, as opposed to just only being able to do one thing with it. I no longer buy GPS devices, whether that is a standalone device that you hook up in your car or just a GPS capability in your car. I don't get either one of them. And when I bought my most recent car, I asked them, I was like, do you have any of these models without GPS? And they looked at me like I was crazy, but I did not want that in my car, because for me the best GPS is just using my phone. It's updated way more often. It's a lot faster, it's a lot more easier to use, and it's one less thing that I have to worry about malfunctioning or breaking in my car. So I don't get GPS capabilities or buy those mounted GPS systems. And most places I go to, I know where I'm going anyway, so I really don't need GPS. Fabric softener and dryer sheets. I really never bought fabric softener. I might have bought it once or twice in my life, but dryer sheets I used to buy quite often, but I no longer buy them because my clothes, I feel like they come out smelling fresh enough. I don't need to put dryer sheets in there. That saves me money. Also, if I want to put a little bit more of a scent on my clothes, I will just put some essential oils on a towel, like a damp towel, and I'll throw it in there, and that can get the smell goods going. Rental car insurance. Anytime I've ever rented a car, they try to upsell you and get you to get their insurance. I never get that. If you have health insurance, if you have your own car insurance, if you have personal insurance, most of the time you're already covered. Buying insurance from the rental car agency is like buying something that you already have. And again, they know that. It's a really big money maker for them. In certain cases, I'm sure it would be advantageous to get their insurance if you don't have your own personal coverage. But for me, I've always had my own insurance, and that saved me a ton of money. I no longer buy tablets. Tablets are a step up from a cell phone, but not quite a laptop. And I have a cell phone. I have a laptop. What do I really need a tablet for? We have like 3 tablets in here. 2 of them though we did get for free when we got our internet set up. Like they were offering free tablets with sign-ups, and we were like, okay. But we never used them. We might have used them a handful of times, but they really just sit in the corner. They don't get used. It's just so much more convenient to use a cell phone or a laptop, because a tablet is like you gotta prop it on something. Who has time for that? So it's just kind of cumbersome to use, and it's just not practical. So I will no longer buy a tablet. Well, I've never personally bought one, but I've gotten them, and I'm not gonna get any more tablets. They don't work for my life. All right guys, so those were the things that I no longer buy and my reasons why. You all let me know, what are some things that you bought in the past that you realize no longer work for your lifestyle, or things that moving forward you think you might want to cut out to, get more lean, get more intentional. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful in some way. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll catch up with you soon on my next one. Bye.